Hey everyone, in the car. Today I'm going to one of my favorite farm stands. I'm hoping they have tomatoes. My tomato plants, I do have some tomatoes, but they're not even ripe yet, except cherry tomatoes. But I don't know as I'm going to get a whole lot this year, but just for now at least, I'd like to have a few slicing tomatoes. I want some beets, and I just want to see what they have. I really like this guy. He has very cheap prices, but I'm always trying to help, the local farmers, the local food suppliers. So let's take a ride and see what he's got. There is Mrs. Farmer. Most of the time when I come, it's Mr. who's here, and she wasn't really comfortable with me videotaping, so I just brought everything in the car here, and I'll show you what I got. They won't have corn till next week, but here's the tomatoes. They were 4 for $1. Mostly everything here was like dollar priced. Cabbage for $1. I think these onions were 3 for $1. Pretty good size too. Then I have peppers, green peppers over there. And then down here, beets. I plan on roasting and freezing those. They had other stuff too, but I just didn't need any of that. And I'm always happy to come here. I'm going to come, maybe I'll come back next week or the week thereafter and get corn. Everything they sell is so good. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys better than in the car what I got. Each one of these groupings was $1. So, well, except the tomatoes. Those were $1 a piece. So I pretty much got all this just under $6. And use onions a lot, I'm sure you do too. These I'm probably just going to let them finish ripening a little bit, and I'll just be using them fresh. The peppers, those I'm going to chop up and then put in the freezer. And if you don't normally do that, or if you've never done it before, you chop them up and you put them on a cookie sheet, one layer. Let them freeze and then put them like in a freezer bag or a container or something. You don't want to chop them up and put them in the bag when they're still wet and whatever, because then they'll just freeze into one giant clump. If you chop them up, put them on a cookie sheet, they'll freeze individually, so that when you put them in the bag, you can just take out exactly what you need. And you do that with a lot of different things too. So I love throwing peppers into anything from, scrambled eggs to soup, casseroles, whatever. So it's really nice to have frozen ones on hand. And then the beets, these are a little bit smaller than what I got last year, which is fine with me because some of those last year were so big. Gonna roast them, gonna slice them up, and then I'm gonna put them in individual serving sizes in the freezer because I'm pretty confident my son doesn't like beets, and I'll be the only one eating them. But you know what I really like beets that I found out, Paul and I found out shortly before he died actually, that we really like them chopped and in a salad. And neither one of us had ever tried that before, and it was fabulous. And then all of a sudden it made sense why so often I see beets at a salad bar. But anyhow, that's what I plan on doing with all this stuff. Oh, this, my son doesn't like cabbage either. And of course he doesn't like sauerkraut. So I'm gonna just start this as a 1 quart sauerkraut here in the kitchen, because I love that stuff. And fermented sauerkraut to me tastes better than the canned stuff at the store because it doesn't have that really strong vinegar taste. You taste more of the cabbage. Although I do like the stuff in the can from the store too. I like vinegar pickled stuff. But anyhow, so like I said, I really do like it. So I think I'll be making sauerkraut once a month, probably from here on out, because now almost through winter is when cabbage is cheaper. So you can get it pretty inexpensively and it's good for you. But this is, oh, and I had a video from last year where I went to this same farm stand. I went to a few of them. So that one does show you better, just, you know, me showing you the different varieties of stuff they have and the prices and whatever. So if you want to see that, I'll put a link down in the description box. And I do have a video on how easy it is to make sauerkraut right at home. I mean, super easy. So if you want to see that too, I'll put a link in the description box for that too. Anyhow, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. It was so nice talking to you. And you take care.